5 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. We've had it all in the studio kind of a morning. All of our guests have been in the studio. Nobody's been on the phone this morning, which is really, really cool. And not a bad way to end it with two beautiful ladies. Karen Haven is in the studio, and you know her, of course, from Hospice of Marion County. Paula Hill-Goetz is also here. She's also from Hospice of Marion County. Paula is the, let me read your handwriting, psychosocial and spiritual care coordinator. Wow. Wow. If I need some whatever I need, if I need that kind of help, I'm coming to you.
Okay.
I'm coming to you for my. I might cross the line. You know, I might be inappropriate at times, but anyway. And Karen, you're the annual gifts. I don't think I've ever looked at your actual title. Annual gifts and events officer. That's pretty good.
That's correct.
The annual gift officer.
Yes.
That's pretty good.
Yes, it is.
Officer Haven.
Officer Haven.
And you're here to talk about...
We'll get some phone calls on that one.
3 different events that are coming up. The first one is a week from Monday.
Yes, it is. Well, it's that busy time of year.
It is. It's hard to believe, isn't it?
I know.
Doesn't it feel like summer was just a week ago?
Thank you. I know.
Yeah, I think it was, actually.
Crazy. Well, you've got a pumpkin over here behind me, so...
I know. It's just hard to believe.
Yep.
Yes. So a week from Monday at the Ivy House Restaurant.
Yes,
right?
in Ocala, not the one in Williston, the one in Ocala.
I didn't know there was one in Williston.
Yes, I've never been there, but that's how it all started.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. But Evelyn and Waka approached us a year ago from the Ivy House and wanted to do an event for hospice, a vintage gala. We had it last year, and vintage, you think of the Ivy House. I know it as the old 1890 Beef House because I've lived here a long time.
Right.
So the vintage theme went very well. So
I like the flyer you made, too. Nice.
Yeah, thank you. And so they've invited us back. And it's October 5th. We're very excited about it. And Paula is... excited about it too, because the proceeds from this event go to our children's bereavement programs.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
It's always so hard to talk about what you do. It's just amazing what you do. But I always try to be so light, and then we have to talk about death. It's just so hard to talk about. So with the children's bereavement, these are children who lost somebody?
They would be hospice families, children that have lost a loved one.
Wow.
Or they will be community families.
And what's the difference? What's that mean?
Well, for hospice, people would be signing up for all of our services. We would support them during the time that they are dying, making them comfortable. Okay. And then for bereavement, we would follow them for 13 months after the death.
13 months?
Or longer if needed.
Wow.
And then for community, it would be someone that had never been on hospice. They had the loss of a loved one. And then they would just give us a call, and we would let them know what kind of support we have for them.
How would you know that somebody was really ready to be let go? Like they don't need your services anymore. I could easily see myself fooling you, like saying, "Oh, I'm fine. You don't need to call me anymore." Not that I wouldn't want you to call me, but do you know what I mean? If you were calling me, okay, because like when my mom died and my dad died, it was and my sister. We had 3 kind of close together, so it was like. I don't know. I still feel it sometimes. It's been 4, 5, 6 years. But I might have said to somebody from hospice, "Oh, I'm fine. Thank you," and then just gone on with my life. How do you know I'm not faking it? Funny.
Well, for grief, everyone experiences grief a little bit different. Some people are very emotional about it. Some people throw themselves into a project. They just keep busy.
That's
they throw
me.
themselves into their work.
That's my description.
And loss is a process. Grief is a process. So it's something like I think you mentioned you still feel it.
I think we all do.
Years,
I'm thinking I'm not alone, though.
Yeah. People think you're supposed to get over grief, but it really is just adapting to the
something
change.
hits you. You'll hear a song, or you'll find an old photograph or something. And I'm sure I'm not alone.
No.
Yeah.
No, it's a different time of year, a holiday coming up.
Oh, yes.
And you remember that person that died at that time. And it may be years and years. You might remember it a little bit differently 6, 7, 10 years later.
Sure,
But you certainly are going to remember. I would say that's a lot of people have those memories. They come back at different times. Like you said, you might hear a piece of music, or maybe you like Italian food and you go somewhere and you smell that cheese or whatever it is, and it comes back to you.
So what do you do? What you do is so interesting to me because I can't imagine doing it. I would be more likely to come over and make hamburgers, but I wouldn't know what to say. I was like, well, here's some hamburgers, let's eat, or let's play guitar together, or something else, like that, or oompa. But you actually speak to people. I mean, you give them words.
Well, we do talk to people, and we let them tell us their story. But some people might process their grief through making hamburgers, or taking a walk, or some people write, some people paint. But everybody's just a little bit different in how they process their grief.
The Vintage Gala is to help raise money for the very thing that you do. And so we want to make sure people go. It's a week from Monday. So it's $75 a ticket, right?
Yes.
And what's on your wish list? It says sponsorships available. Do you still need that? Or is that done already?
That's probably done already, okay. I would say. And when you say wish list, what do you mean?
For the vintage, for this particular event.
To sell out, we're probably, we have 150 seats. We've probably sold up to 125. So the wish list would be for us to sell out in no rain.
Do people dress up like they're from the 20s or whatever
yes.
This is
from? Last year it was amazing because we really didn't know what to expect. And yes, vintage can be, from the roaring 20s. It could be a long time period. But yes, people did dress up. It's not a requirement. We did have men dress up. It was a lot of fun. And again, you have to remember people have to remember the character of the Ivy House. It just fits together with vintage, and they decorate so beautifully there. And last year, people were just amazed at the decorations, the food. It was a big hit. It was a real big hit.
Is the live entertainment playing period music?
We're going to have a guitar player. Cocktails and hors d'oeuvres will be in the Ivy House, so we'll have a guitar player there. We're trying to get someone from the symphony to play maybe a harp or something, is what I've heard that Wyka and Evelyn have for the dinner time. So it's going to be all different. It's going to be different venues, maybe some antique cars out in front, some photo ops if you've dressed in a vintage outfit. So yeah, I don't know if you know Evelyn and Wyka. They are their imagination. No. They're decorating. Very, very talented. Very talented.
They sell things there. They have
yes,
items for sale
they do.
There, so
they do sell some vintage things. And it can be as simple as for a lady, you wear a black cocktail dress and put out a bunch of pearls. Pearls never go out of style. Very vintage.
And guys just need a zoot suit and a hat, right?
That would be fun, yes. We're giving prizes for the best couple, the best hat.
Oh, nice.
A lot of ladies last year had beautiful hats. Beautiful hats.
What happened to hats? We don't do hats anymore in this country.
I don't know. I don't like hats.
You don't like hats?
No. So that's not necessarily
we saw Mary Poppins. Have you seen Mary Poppins at the theater?
No, I haven't. I heard wonderful things about
Mary
it.
Mary Poppins has this little tiny hat.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
so
and
cute.
she puts it on. I don't know how it stays on her head. Little tiny thing.
That was my problem last year at the Vintage Gala. I had my hat on. Of course, I'm visiting with every time I bent down to talk to somebody. Whoop,
the hat came off?
The hat came off. So I'm going to have to do a different, maybe a lot of ladies are clipping maybe feathers in their hair, or you can go to Hobby Lobby and Claire's here in the mall and get something on one of those little clips, a big flower or something.
Oh, that sounds fun.
So yeah, you can do an outfit very easy. Like I said, a black cocktail dress, bunch of pearls, clip a black feather in your hair, and there you go. You're ready.
You can rent Paula's pearls.
There you go, Paula. Yes, Paula's pearls. Exactly.
Pearls
but we had a great time last year, and we're very thankful to the Ivy House. It is $75 a person. There's going to be a wine tasting and appetizers to start with, and it will be a plated dinner.
Karen, let's take a break, and we'll be right back.
Okay.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, a mix of clouds and sunshine with a thunderstorm around from late morning on. The high 86 to 90. Then partly cloudy tonight. There may be a a shower with thunderstorm in spots near the coast. The low tonight 70 to 74. For tomorrow, partly sunny skies with a thunderstorm mainly during the afternoon hours over the interior. The high 86 to 90. Sunday, more clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around in the afternoon. High 86 to 90. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
On this episode of What Not to Do, brought to you by
Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
I thought I told you to call Mike Scott Plumbing to get this leak fixed.
I did call the plumbers. They were just here.
Let me get this straight. You're telling me Mike Scott Plumbing was just here?
Well, not exactly.
Well, then who exactly was here?
You know, the other plumbers. They were having a sale.
Is that why there's duct tape on my toilet?
Wait, I don't see any, that duct tape. Well, at least it matches the grout color.
There's a reason we only call Mike Scott Plumbing. They're on time every time. They don't charge extra for nights, weekends, or holidays. And most importantly, and I need you to pay attention on this part, they actually fix it.
Okay, so you want me to try to fix it?
Yes, I do. By calling Mike Scott Plumbing, like you should have done in the first place.
Yes, dear. What's the number again?
You really should know this by heart. 866-314-4443.
Got it. 866-314-4443.
on next week's episode of What Not to Do.
Seriously? A helicopter?
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
Stay informed on everything going on in the Villages with the Village Spectator newspaper. The Village Spectator is exclusively devoted to the Villages with news, commentary, and more. And yes, they have Tom's Picks, a free referral for people who are looking for a company to do work for them. Tom's Picks will refer the company that fits your needs, and all we ask is that you tell them where you heard about them. Call Tom's Picks at 804-1223 and pick up your copy of the Village Spectator today.
Now read Ocala Downtown newspaper online.
18 minutes after 11 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, Karen Haven is here and Paula Hill-Goetz is here. They are both here from Hospice of Marion County. And we are just a few days away from October. And that reminds me that Christmas is 3 months from today. And every year around Christmas time, there are people in the mall from Hospice. What's the matter? What's the face?
I just can't believe it's 3 months away. You just scared me.
And so, but anyway, there's always somebody in the mall from Hospice, usually selling an ornament from a tree for the Christmas tree. And I've bought them every year since my dad died. Yes. I guess I have probably 8 of them by now, of however many years it's been. And here's my thinking. It's the least I can do because you all were so good to me, to my family, to my dad, and then later on for my mom. My sister kind of died quickly, so she didn't have hospice. But you were there with my mom. It was amazing, really, how much comfort I got. And I would have never thought I was that kind of a guy. I would have never thought, no, I don't need anybody. You don't need to come talk to me. But put a pretty lady in the room with some soft-spoken words, and it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference.
See, you have a big heart.
Can I ask you ladies to take a phone call?
Sure.
Okay, let's go to the phone. Good morning. Thank you for calling. You're on the air.
Yeah, well, my mother and my aunt both wore hats, and they used a hat pin to keep it on their head. So that would be the hint.
That's the answer.
Well, thank you. That's a thought. I'll remember that.
Thank you. But when Mary Poppins puts the little hat on, the actress playing her, she puts it on her head and just keeps walking.
Hot glue.
Of course, she only had to get from this place to the off the stage where you don't see her anymore. But, but she could fly. She could fly with a hat on.
I'm impressed.
Anyway. All right, so we talked about the vintage gala. Is it gala or gala?
Tomato or tomato?
It doesn't matter?
I don't know.
See, I like saying gala better.
Okay, gala.
What do you say? Gala?
I say gala.
What is a computer filled with, data or data?
Oh.
Personal preference.
Yeah.
I like Dada. Because Dada sounds like what a little baby calls his father. Dada. Doesn't it? All right. So you have 2 more events we want to talk about. The next one after that, after October 5th, is October 24th. And what is that?
Steps of Remembrance. This is the 4th year. It's a beautiful event, and we partner with Shalom Park. If you've ever been to Shalom Park,
I have been there.
It is a beautiful, beautiful setting, and they let us use, as you walk in, the left-hand side of the park, basically. It's not really a fundraiser. It's an opportunity for people to gather who have lost someone. It's only $10 donation. We're just trying to cover our cost. It's from 10 to 1. And there's live music, supportive readings. You can walk around the labyrinth. You can visit the koi pond. We have fish food, and you can take the fish food and cast your sorrows into the koi pond.
And the fish love it.
And the fish are happy. Everybody's happy. But Paula, you tell us why we're having this, because this is your department also.
Well, we knew a few years ago that we wanted to do something that would help the bereaved in hospice and the community. And this is an opportunity, if somebody doesn't have quite an idea for honoring their loved one or memorializing their loved one, then we wanted them to have an event where they could be in nature and they could have some movement. It's not one of the physical get out there and walk kind of programs, because we know that movement and nature are calming and helpful and supportive to the bereaved. So we put this together so that people could come to a beautiful, beautiful park, enjoy the butterflies, the birds, the greenery, and maybe meet a new friend that had a similar loss. They can hear readings, they can hear music, and it really is very powerful when you see people that don't know each other just kind of coming along. We give them a little name ribbon, thank you, and that way people know it was their father, their mother.
Oh, I see.
Their
The
sister.
ribbon doesn't have their own name. It has the name of somebody
who
who died.
Of their loved one.
Okay.
So then they can see, as they walk around the park, they can see other people who have had similar losses, and maybe they can go up to them and meet them and talk to them and again share their story. Because sometimes for people that are grieving, sharing their story multiple times helps them get that from inside out, and it's helpful for them. But again, it's not for everyone, because some people are doing other things like throwing themselves into their work. But this gives people an opportunity. We have our staff there. One year there was a lady that had just had a recent loss. She came into the park quickly. She started to talk to someone. They came to me, and we sat down and we talked for I don't even know how long it was, but she just wanted somebody to talk to. And in that beautiful environment with music off in the distance, we had this very nice talk, and she shared her story with me. So it gives people an opportunity just to come out. And
Oh, that sounds sweet. The Rabbi Hecht was just here a little bit ago, and he can speak Hebrew. And I asked him, can the people in Israel know that you're an American? And he said yes. And I said, can you demonstrate it? So here, I'm going to do my best at imitating him. Are you ready? The word shalom. If you say it that way, that's American. If you say shalom, that's Hebrew. You have to kind of sing it when you say it.
Yeah.
So if you go to Shalom Gardens, go to Shalom Gardens, you sound more authentic, I guess. And you have a third event. I want to make sure we have enough time for everything. Oh, this is the loud one. This is with all the motorcycles.
Yes, it is.
Right?
It's our 12th annual Steel Horse Stampede. And if Joe Niles is out there listening...
I knew his name was going to come up. I knew Joe's name was going to come up.
I have to. You know, it's...
Joe loves you.
I know. I love Joe.
Loves hospice.
Yes,
I mean, he really does.
It's a mutual...
Yeah.
It's a mutual love. Joe's been very, very good to us. And This is my favorite event, I have to admit. When we first started the event, I was scared to death. I thought I was going to get murdered by,
unruly bikers.
Unruly bikers. They are the most generous people. There is no question they are so generous. And the cool thing about this event, it's escorted by our wonderful police department and sheriff's department. We start at Hospice. You go 55 miles, and they stop at each of our hospice houses. Legacy House out on 200. Then they go south on 441 to Tuscany House in the Villages, and they come back north and go to Estelle's and Sylvia's. So you actually get to see where your money is spent. You get to see our hospice houses. A lot of people don't know we have hospice houses. A lot of people that ride, their family member has been in one of the hospice houses. This might be their first time back. So it's just a great event. And you come back to Hospice, we have a barbecue and a band, door prizes, silent auction. It's just a great day.
How many bikers typically participate?
About 300.
300. Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, we've had as many as 500.
I wonder why when you see 300 bikes coming, it impresses you. But when you see 300 sedans, nobody cares.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. And I love it the week after because everybody will say, oh, I saw your bike event and it just blocked 200. Well, that's too bad. It was wonderful, and I'm glad you saw it. And 300 bikers came out to support Hospice. That just speaks volumes.
Wow.
That they all care.
So what do we? Okay, obviously you have to ride a bike to do this one.
Yes.
And so what do you do here? You pay money? You raise money?
It's $18 per person to ride, and you get a breakfast, a lunch, a 55-mile escorted ride, some little gifts at each stop, and we have a silent auction. We always have a great silent auction, but yes, it's only $15 per person. I'm sorry, $18 per person, and it is an escorted ride.
Are you really a biker chick at heart?
You know, I didn't think I was, but when we did that ride a couple months ago,
I was just thinking about that ride.
And because I never get to ride.
But that day you did.
I did with Joe Niles, and it rocked.
I think it was Joe. I think he was smitten by Joe.
Well, it could have been. It could have been, but it was so exciting. And then to have Joey there, who one of our nurses, and she got to ride.
Tell me about her. Is she?
She is still on hospice.
Okay.
She's been off and on hospice, but she's still hanging in there.
Good for her. Good for her.
Yes, we do have people that do graduate from hospice. So, but people can be on hospice for years.
Is she doing okay though?
She's hanging in there.
I'm asking personal questions. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, she's hanging in there.
But that was a sweet moment. Just to, and the bikers were. I mean, this was like a mini stampede, right?
And the two wonderful officers that showed up that day. We said, "Can we ride 15 minutes?" And they took us on a 45-minute ride. And
really? I didn't know that part.
So emotional.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. I mean, what a great community we live in, and the support we get. Even you guys were there, and we appreciate that. What a great community we have.
Yeah, I'm not so sure what we did, but we put the chicken dance out there somehow.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
If someone doesn't have a bike but they want to participate when the bikers come back in the festivities, what charge is that?
Good question. They can come back and enjoy a $10 barbecue lunch and get to see all the bikes come back and participate in the silent auction. Definitely. Everybody is welcome. That would be about noon. I would tell them to come back and enjoy barbecue lunch.
And are you still looking for things for the auction?
I'm always looking for things, yes. People can call 854-5218. That's another great question.
Karen and Paula, thank you both for coming in here. Thank you for what you do, what you've chosen to do with your lives, and for helping us all. I mean, you've touched everybody's life probably in this community, and if you haven't, you will. So thank you for what you do. And if I had a bike, I would ride this.
I wish. Yeah, you've got time. Go to
But you know, I have a convertible now. I have a convertible.
Oh.
You know what happened? I hit a cow.
Yeah.
Robin and I were coming back from a gig down in Orlando. It was rainy. It was late. It was dark. And all of a sudden, there he was.
Oh, my gosh.
A 10-month-old calf. Yeah.
800 pounds.
800-pound, 10-month-old calf.
That left a mark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah, we were okay. The cow ended up not so okay. But yeah, hospice for cattle. Paula Hilgotz, thank you so much for coming in here.
Well, thank you for having us.
And Karen Haven, thank you for coming in here.
And thank you for what you guys do for the community. We appreciate you,
Appreciate
too.
your support.
Thank you. That's sweet of you to say. All right, we'll take a little break. We'll be right back.
This is a Fox News Alert. I'm Lillian Wu. As Congress tries to avert a government shutdown, a stunning announcement from the House Speaker, John Boehner, saying he will